Hi everybody, welcome back to Cids Modded Life Season 2, Episode 32, I think. I've just looked. Yeah, 32. I got it right. Yay. Go my memory. Yeah, and we're just putting together. I need to make a precision dropper. There's a couple of options. There's a cyclic one. I've not tried. This is a precise dropper. Drop with no randomness and more control. Which let's make a couple of droppers because I've not. So we've got the Actual Editions automatic precision dropper, and we've got this one, which is the cyclic precision dropper. And essentially, if we were to go and get a dropper, let's do that while we're at it, just so I can demonstrate what I mean, and some boutons. Oh, and a redstone torch. Don't. Alright, so, problem with droppers, by default, this one we need to toggle it to a pulse. Droppers have a problem, and that is that they are not very precise, whereas delay, we can put that on, so that's interesting. Offset and count, so it's very interesting. Anyway, so if I click on that, that's going to fire coal halfway across the globe. Not good. This thing here drops it on the block directly in front of it, and that is a nice way. This one here also drops it directly in front of it. Which one do I like the look of more? It doesn't really matter. However, let's give that an offset of 1, 2. Where did that just get put? Out there. Somehow. Okay. So that actually allows us to, we don't need an offset. Count of 1. Requires redstone, no delay. Wow, that's because always on, requires redstone. Okay, a delay of 64. You know what? I think I like this one most. Let's put those away. So we definitely want that. Now the other thing we need is a repeater. Repeater, redstone torch, blah blah blah, everything else we should have. So what we need to do is, I want to come up with a way of not automating the disenchantment process, because it's too imprecise to do that. Because if you drop an item in front of the disenchantment lens with, say, 1 enchantment on it, you'll end up with an item and a book, enchanted book. But if he's got 2, you've still got an enchanted item, and it's going to be very, very difficult to work out exactly what we got and what we haven't got. However, we can make it so we can throw the items in front of the lens, press a button, and it automatically spits a book out, and shortly thereafter fires a thing. And I didn't bring any bloody redstone. Okay, we're gonna bounce back. I don't know why I didn't do this. Well, I do know why I didn't do this. I didn't do the ender thing so I could have a chat while we're walking over to Alexandria. Right, so currently we've got this set up. Here's our enchantment table. We've got access to go down there. We have got these crates here, which I'm going to take out of the way. We'll put these up here somewhere just for a temporary solution. Now one of these has got the atomic reconstructor, it's got that, it's got the flux point and a button in it. We're also going to want at least that and maybe one of those to start off with as well. And what I'm thinking is for the how big do we want this base to be? I think it should be at least a 3 by 3 that way and a 3 by 3 that way, and maybe more this way as well. And what I want to do for starters is maybe what shall we go with? What are you anyway? You are spruce, so we can do that. That's easy, and we can go and grab you and get a little bit of that on and go and get those, and then take all of that lot out. And then we're going to have, this is going to be our power. It's going to be linked to Cid power, and that's all done. And we will have the atomic nope. Let's try that again. The atomic reconstructor is going to go here. It's set to pulse, and we put the lens on the front, and that's all good and nice and fine and dandy. What we do want to do, however, is just get in the back here and fill this up, because we don't need that. On this side, we're going to have a redstone thing on pulse. We're going to have, I don't know what to put here, maybe a bookcase or some. What we got? Got a few bookcases. Maybe we could do something like this. Here, okay, hang on, but then we need to get back in. My God, this thing is so destructive. It's let's have a look. Have I got anything? No. Have I got anything in any of these crates that I can use as a slightly more? Not really. Well, if we use that, we know this is not a block, so a usable block, I should say. So we can pop that out and pop you out there. Pop and pop. Oh, that's not what we wanted, but that's fine. We'll do you there, and we shall go and get this there and there. We can grab our redstone off of the back here, bring it down, and we can put a 4-tick pulse into that, and then we stick a button in here, and that fires off, does its thing. And obviously, if we had books in there, then that would have spat a book out when we did it. That's the idea anyway. So that we probably should try and illuminate this if I can get like that, perhaps. There we go. Just keep that nice and clear. And then we can come back here like so and just I wonder what those particle effects were. That was throwing me out a little bit. And we can get a little bit of that going, and that can go there, and there and there. Damn you with the bloody super fast stupid pick. And we get that going. So that gives us this setup. We do need to go back to you, because that and that need to come out and become that and that. This currently, I'm going to just do that, and we're going to place you in there with this. We'll deal with that later. But well, that is for when we get any of these books with multiple enchants on them. If I can find an example. So there, these, that's a classic example there. We do need some books as well. Have I got any books left? Anything? Book? Am I completely out of books? It appears that I am, you know. Amazingly, but obviously we can just do that. And then you can quite easily come in and say, well, we'll take that one back, and that gives us Bane of Arthur returns 4, which we can then come and put away. Perfect. And other books can be dealt with that way. However, if I can find, I can't believe I'm out of books. We need to sort out our book situation. Right, well, I'm going to have to do that, and I shall be back with you in a moment. Alright, I've swapped out the dirt for the fertile soil for dirt, and I put worms in, because I think with worms and bees we're going to get a faster rate. We've got a reasonable amount of actual rice there already, though. We need to go and check what's going on down here. In terms of leather, we can get that by deconstructing those. We've got nothing book or paper related in there, so that's not overly helpful. What else have we got? That's going to be my wool, which is no use. We've got rabbit hide, actually. So we can have rabbit hide in there? No. But we can use rabbit hide, that's always an option. And those. Let me put that away. In fact, that and that away for now as well, while we keep on running through our collection of random assorted stuff that is being spat out of this system. Item frames again we can use that to get the thing. The name tags didn't include paper, so there was no point even looking at those. We have got some books, which are always nice. We've got paper, which is always nice. Definitely got that. Oh, and we've got that. Anything else screaming at me to be taken and used as a means of making books or paper? Nothing much. Actually, there's a little bit there. Yeah, well, that's a start. When you're armed with a reasonable speed rice farm, I don't know whether we'll have had any, nothing as yet, but they're all baby plants. I mean, that one is literally, that one's already grown, so that will really start producing, I think, given it a little bit of time. We can put that and that away. This, we can do that. That'll get us a little bit more, whoops, a little bit more leather. And there we go. So that'll go in there. That's paper, so we can obviously blat this stuff out until we're blue in the face. We can get rid of you. We keep the books because obviously that's what we wanted. I don't need you. Let's just go and deconstruct these. That should be good. Get a whole load of sticks, but you know. And then if we want books, we can make. Oh, we've got a whole load of new books as well, because of course, why wouldn't you? But we can make those all day and every day. That's a stack and a half, which is already a start. We're out of paper already, but you know, what you're going to do. We need to take all of these books, or as many of them across as possible. I'll have a quick sleep, and we'll head back to Alexandria and try that system out properly. Back in a mo. Okay, so armed with these books, which we'll stick in here, we can obviously go and take, I don't know, let's go for something with a single enchant on it, like these golden boots. So the idea is you throw that on the ground, hit the button, zap, done. Now we've got multi-jump 1 and a pair of golden boots. Now the golden boots themselves have very little value. We really can't do a great deal with them other than repair them or get a golden nugget. So we're probably going to want to get a some kind of void system in here. That was multi-jump, wasn't it? There we go. But that's the basic idea. We can take everything that's got, if I start off my usual technique of go through the ones that have got one item on them and then kind of process them that way. Eventually we'll get to the point where we'll not want any more mending books or whatever, and then I've got to make the decision, do I in some way just bin them, or do I, because we don't really want the curse of vanishing either. That's not good. That's got 2. That's actually got 3 items on. Why did I even pick that one up? Yeah, it's then we, as I say, we're into the ballpark of what do we actually keep? Do we keep stuff, or because we can bang? See, now it's confused because it really doesn't know what to do with that. So, but if we do that, as long as we are oh, that's not good. That's not good. Yeah, we're dropping these. So I suppose the obvious thing to do is just kind of repair them and get them out of the way. While we're at it, oh, we picked up that from a zombie outside as well. But relatively easy. Not necessarily the best, but you know, I've certainly seen worse. And it's relatively straightforward, and apart from power, it is free. So, well, not free, it would cost a book as well. The other thing, of course, we could do is just go around and pillage all those villagers that we have seen kicking around the place, because those little smug gits, you know, sat there with the fancy namby-pamby villagers and all the libraries and books, that might be worthwhile as well, because that'll get us a bunch of books. But that should be all of those disenchanted. We can, it doesn't really matter. Can we not? Yeah, we can do that and get rid of that. And obviously if we were to throw that down, we got a double enchant. So nice and simple. So the next thing I need to do is file all this lot away, which is probably the bit that's going to take more time than that's a mending. I'm sure there was more mendings in that. No? Alright. Yeah, so I'll put that lot away. Be back in a sec. Alright, well, I decided to go out for a walk, and because obviously twofold thing. While I'm out I can look for villagers. When I find villagers I can loot the books. And also while I'm out, the village, everything back home is running because it's all chunk loaded, so that means everything else that makes all the things is still here. And I decided to come this way and move away from the tried and tested. Now there's a whole load of villages that I could whiz down to, and probably will do at some point, but I don't think I've ever seen this biome before. This is the Crystal Forest. It's got dark crystal wood. I don't know what these are. Crystal formation. What can you do with these then? You make crystal chunks, crystal sticks and crystal saplings. Crystal chunks can be used to make blocks, pickaxe, shovel, axe and a sword. What can you do with this? Let's have a look. That will... quite a pretty wood. Give me all the dark crystal shards. Okay. So basically we need to grab a whole load of this stuff and get enough crystal ground cover. Oh, I wonder whether I can dig that. Hang on. What do we get? Oh, that's pretty. Well, knowing where this place is, I'm not going to obsess too much about this because I was still here looking for a very specific thing. But I wanted to share this with you because it's pretty. It's full of it's full of pretty things, and you know, there's not enough prettiness in the world. And we're obviously getting some biomes other than deserts, which is nice because, to be quite honest, they get a little bit much after a while, desert after savannah after savannah, and so it's nice to see something other than a desert, even if it is just an extreme hills. So I'm going to keep having to wander a little bit just to see what else we can uncover, and I'll be back in a moment. Just realised we're in a forest, we're in new terrain, and there's going to be birds' nests around, which means that we... Cardinal egg, 10% chance of spawning one. Can I harvest you with a silk touch? I can't. But that's fine. Now, it would be bad of me not to point out that this is a game and that you should not go around stealing eggs from birds' nests in real life. Not only, certainly in the UK, there are plenty of swan eggs. Okay, take it. In the UK, there's plenty of birds which are protected. I'm sure that's the same around the world. But yeah, it's illegal, and it's also kind of immoral. So, to my mind, yeah, this is fine. Woodpecker egg, we'll take it. This is fine. It's only a game, and you know, we're not actually harming any real. No birds were harmed in the making of this episode, shall we say? But yeah, don't do it in real life because it's just a dick move, and the birds are much more beautiful in the wild, where they belong. Booby egg. Sorry, that's very immature of me. Flamingo egg. That is very very immature of me, but I'm sorry. It's just part of my psyche. I can't help it. It's a juvenile male thing. We have no control over our ability to not giggle like a child at the word booby egg. Now, I don't know if there's any better way of actually hatching these. I want to go over there. Thank you. Hummingbird eggs. However, we're definitely going to send a whole bunch of these back, and we'll see what else. We'll send most of this back actually, and that. But yeah, well worth grabbing a few. We'll see whether we can spawn them, but as I say, I'm not sure whether there is a better way of spawning them other than chucking them like you do chicken eggs. 10% chance is a bit low when you consider you've only got 2 of an egg. So not sure, but I'll grab a few more while I'm out here, and we'll continue heading back hunting for the actual things we came for. But you know, as is ever the case, I am incapable of going. Oh, an unidentified egg and a roadrunner egg. Meep meep. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to continue on. I will be back in a little bit, and another unidentified one. Back in a bit. Alright, I'm back. I did make some purple, I think. Hang on. Didn't I put that? Maybe they're up there. So I've deconstructed end rods to make purple. And I want to make another. Let me make some purple blocks. Purple. And let's have a look. I need the Ender book, Ender library hoofer, what's a majig thingy. The Ender library is that, so I need one of those. I need that, and then we need to make one of those, and then we can make another one of those, and then maybe just what do I need? I need more oak bookshelves. How many purple blocks have I got? 12, so that's enough for 6 slots, isn't it? Leave that as is for now. So we've got a few more books. I came over and harvested from here and grabbed all the rice. I've had to empty that. That was going, so we're going to have to automate that a little bit smoother going forward, but you know, that's fine. Whoa. And I've been doing a little bit of work over in the Alexandria, but I'm now getting to the stage where I'm getting surplus books of, you know, on breaking, things like that. And as I've said before on many occasions, I am loath to throw things away. I hate doing it. It's just totally alien to my gaming methodology. Now, what I did want to do was obviously have a vault underneath the library where we keep all of the thieves. However, what I would like to do, and I'm going to take you out with that, and we'll take you out and we'll put those back, and we'll take you and you out of there, and we'll stick that there, and one of those will go there. Perfect. Which gives us lots of space over this side to play. Which we will do over here with basically what I want to do, probably maybe even starting here. Let me just take this out. Oops, do that and that. And we're going to stick one of these, another controller down. So this is the one we're going to use for taking books apart. This is the one we're going to use for storing surplus books. And if we come up here and grab one of those, we can basically pop that in there, and we can... Why is that on its side? Well, that's stupid. Doesn't matter. Does not matter. However, what we have got is a whole load of Unbreaking books. Unbreaking 3, Curse of Vanishing, Unbreaking 1 and Unbreaking 2. I'm not so bothered about those, to be honest. I would actually like to disenchant them. Now, I suppose what we could do is we could take the Unbreaking 3 and that Unbreaking 3. And then this one we could basically pop that in there and that in there, so we're not wasting the... Oh, that is not what I wanted to happen. That is connected somehow because of these bookshelves, I suspect. Right. That case, we're going to have to take all of those out, and we are going to have to disconnect that. Stick that in there, take you out, stick that in there, and then come back here and go... Really, this pick is too fast for sandstone, but if we now do you and you, hopefully that is not connected. Let's have a look. So if I take Unbreaking 3, it went there. Damn you! They must be radius based then. Alright. See, that is not what I want. Alright, let me take that back out. Take these. Let me come over here. Now, you'll notice I put a precise dropper behind there with some anvils in. We're going to stick a button up here, so... Oh, bugger. We'll stick... there was a reason why I wanted this bookcase, and it was that. with... Have I not got the button? Oh, damn it. Where am I ever going to get a button from? And basically, that's not going to... that is not going to work, is it? That's going to drop it, not place it. If I do that... Oh, no, that's not good. I think we need a dispenser then, don't we? Alright. Well, that'll teach me. We'll get one of those in here. We shall get... Let's have a look. Get rid of that going. Get a little bit of this going. I'm going to get a little bit of that going down there. This... I want to swap round because that is not the order I want them in. Yeah, I suppose we could just do that. Pop that in there. One of those in there. And this will basically put wood in, and then we'll replace it with these as we need them. Unbreaking 3. Unbreaking 3. Unbreaking 2. Now, if I come over here and put this in here, like so, yeah, that appears to be far enough away. Alright, there we go. And then, because I actually don't want those, I'm guessing this will lose its inventory when harvested. It did. So that's one way of disposing of them and getting the books back. Not an ideal way, but it is a way. So, question then is, how big do I make this space here? And, oops. And obviously this space back here we still need to work on. It appears to be night time, so there's an Unbreaking 3 book. There's another Unbreaking 3 book. That is Curse of Vanishing. They need to be gone. Let's do that. I think that is all the books that we've just got laying around at the moment. It is. So we'll do Curse of Vanishing there and there. And then we'll do the Unbreaking books into this as our bulk storage. Works for me. Just take that out, pop it back. Lovely. Well, that's a kind of a sloppy workaround, but there you go. Right, I need to do a little bit more working with all of the items up here. I need to work with all of the stuff down here and get this sorted. So I shall be back with you in a moment. Alright, I've got the downstairs more or less done. This area obviously will be expanded out to include, so you can see that's Unbreaking. This will be expanded out to include all of the vault stuff as when we fill it in. Dispenser back here, so when the anvil breaks we just hit the button, we get another one. We could have stuck an observer block in there, but I can't see the point. It's hardly any effort. Lapis in the enchanting table and lapis there. We've got a little bit of a decorative opportunity here, so we'll have a nice little rose bush there, and whatever that was, Bigelow's monkey flower. Yeah, we'll have a bit of Bigelow's monkey flower. That always works. We have got a whole load of books. We have got, oops, if I can get mine into the right place, we have got a whole load of spare books that we brought back with us, and that's almost done with. This has got loads of experience in it, and this has got a whole load of items in it, and there's a whole load more items by now already over at the other place. However, never let it said that we let this detract from our purpose. And also I can't see, I'm going to get rid of that. We'll send that back to the system. I don't think we need it. So my technique with these has been largely, if it's one, I put That's now 1 enchant, so bang, that's now also now 1 enchant. That's also got 2, so again that goes down to 1. That is now the Curse of Vanishing, which we will want to get rid of, but for now we'll pop that one on there. That takes it down to 1 on that. And it's relatively easy to work your way through these enchants, and then you just pick these out. That's power 3, aqua affinity, protection 4, and sharpness 3. So straight away, big pile of books, and then we just carry on, rinse and repeat. So that's power 3. That's got 3 on it. That's got 3. That's got 3. That's got 2. So we'll do that one. And then that is the Curse of Vanishing. So again, that's now got 1 on it. And there's those 3 there. And it's relatively straightforward. And then you just run around and go over to find the relevant shelves and put the power 3 and any power 4 that you have. Power 3, reading, okay, and then we should have some protection. I did see protection, didn't I? Protection 4, unbreaking and reading. Unbreaking obviously goes downstairs. Reading, reading. If I were a reading, I would be here. So again, just a matter of filing these in the right places. Unbreaking is going to be thingy, sharpness, aqua affinity, pungent, feather falling. Sharpness was around here, I think. Sharpness 3, aqua affinity over here. And yeah, once you've gone through it, we end up with the library that we had. Punch, feather falling and smite. Okay, feather falling, that is one I actually do want to get onto my boots. Smite and punch. Papunch, where's Papunch? If I were Papunch, where would I be? I'd be there, Papunch. And smite was round here. Yeah. So got a wee bit of disenchanting and work to do. I'm going to get all this batch done. We're probably going to end off by putting some enchants on some of our gear if we can. But let me get this to where we are good, and the world will be good and happy. Oh, I suppose we ought to get those first as well. Back in a bit. All right. We are in a state of everything has been, well, everything that we brought with us has been disenchanted, has been filed, filtered, put away in its respective places. There are books such as Life Leech. I don't know what level Life Leech goes up to. It's probably just a single. The Lifesteal 2, which heals the user for a small portion of damage dealt, and a Life Leech leeches points for your target attack and even more on a kill. Okay, that might be useful, and I don't know whether it stacks, but that's one for potential play with later. There's some interesting ice aspects, lightning aspect over here, for example. And again, weakens and continuously damages the victim, so it's like poison, that one. And ice aspect will probably be a slow and continuously damages. Okay. Gravity is an interesting one. It improves the harvest speed while flying or underwater. Not useful to me right now because I'm not flying or anything, but there you go. Looting, obviously, law. Magnet gives you the magnet effect, kind of self-explanatory. Multi-jump, now here's the one I was interested in. Multi-jump, have I got anything bigger than a multi-jump 3? Because I know multi-jump goes higher. It goes to multi-jump 5. So if I take a 3 and a 3, that will give me multi-jump 4. If I take another 3 and another 3, that will give me the option of multi-jump 5. Now I need experience. I've been using some of my experience to work. I also want to grab a quick draw, Actually, let me just put this down a second. Better. And I want a feather falling and experience boost. Where does that go up to? Is that maximum of 3? It is, and that basically increases experience from killing and mining. We're having that one as well. So, oh, and probably some protection actually wouldn't be a bad one. I wonder if they've got any fire, decent fire protection. What we got? 4. So the boots are going to be feather falling, fire protection, multi-jump, and the bow, feather falling, fire. Yeah, that'll be that. The bow is going to get some enhancement as well. We'll take a couple of stacks of this and oops. Yeah, all of this area down here is really for these ender libraries, which is why the spare ones are here. So as I fill these, I will keep adding them. You know, kind of works. Right, let's just have a look. I've had to go through my first anvil, so that's why that's in this strange orientation. Let's get my boots, and we'll get the boots with feather falling. Costs 4. Lovely. And then we'll put the fire protection on them as well. So that's good. And then we need to combine multi-jump 3 to 4. I think we should be able to do that quite easily. That's going to cost 7, which we don't have right now, so do now. And then to put those onto the booties, we need 11. Okay. Fortunately, that's a short trip away. Boots. There is one other thing I should put on there, actually, while I'm at it. Let me just go and get a book. That one. I know I can go and use I can use a whole load of mending options, but having mending on those is going to cost 9. So that's really nothing. There, 9. And then we have self-repairing, emeraldic, blah 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 booties. Okay. Now, I would like to put experience boost on that. Ooh. You can't. You can put it on that, but you can't put it on that. What about that? No. Killing and mining. Can you? Let me just check something. I mean, I wouldn't expect experience boost does not want to go on. Okay, that's fine. Quick draw, on the other hand, with power 5. I knew there was one I wanted. Power 4, even not. Power 4? Okay. We'll leave you for a second. We've got our quick draw. Power 4, 2 of. I know I've got them. I've actually got them down here. Hang on. Let's not ruin our library's look. 2. 1, 2. Power and power. Cost 5. Okay, we can manage that easily enough. Then that is going to be 7. We're going to need more of you. Oh, I could do with a mending book as well, actually, while I'm thinking about it. Let's have mending on the good stuff. There we go. Was it 7, I think? Yeah, okay. Let's have a look at the properties now. That is doing... It's hard to tell. does it up. Hang on. And then if I want to put quick draw on it, that's going to cost 7. And mending is going to... Oh, you can't because it's got infinity on it, of course. That's fine then, not a problem. Bonk. In you go. We'll eat this up. And that's a couple of items done. So we've got multi-jump and feather fall on those. We're better F7. We've got a sandstorm going on here. Slight bit of damage. Feather falling is not perfect, but I love that multi-jump enchant. It's brilliant. Now what I would like to do is find something to shoot. Anybody? Anybody? No? No? Alright, be back in a moment once there's someone more obliging with their, you know, their life. In the absence of any absolute proper mobs, there's a crocodile down there. The speed, wow. The speed that this runs with, by the way, is obscene. It is seriously, that quick draw is probably one of the best enchants ever. Ever. Well, maybe not the best, but I mean, seriously, it's bang, bang, bang. It's almost like a machine gun. Hi, Mr. Crocodile. I mean, that is seriously good. I'm not even going to go and get that experience. I am going to get my book. We're going to head back to the barn with a fairly limited amount of experience. We'll let the these need a home. I think they need a home in the library, actually. I don't think they belong here at all, but we'll see. Yeah, that is pretty good. And look, we're already lifesteal to some of this stuff. I'm actually binning some of these now. Respiration we haven't actually got, so that's handy. I'm not well sure whether to put sweeping edge on sword either, because it's a relatively new enchantment as far as I'm concerned, so I haven't got a clue whether it's a good enchantment or not. Let me sort some of this out while I'm at it. But I think on that note, we'll call it an episode, and until next time, thank you very much for watching, guys, and I will see you soon, and bye for now.